Hey guys, welcome to another Lost Ark video. In Lost Ark there are a crazy amount of systems, currencies, and vendors, and buried within this are some very cool rewards. So in today's video I thought we could take a look at a few rewards anyone can get early game with not a lot of effort that are so very cool. The first thing I want to look at are mounts. Everyone in every MMO loves mounts, and collecting them is always a priority for us all, but usually it is something that comes much later in your progression. But in Lost Ark, there are some that are extremely cool, and you will love having, that are easily obtained early game. The first one, and probably the easiest to get, is the Grey Striped Raptor. You receive this mount from the North Vern Adventure Tome at 40% completion. You will easily unlock this upon completing the Vern storyline while leveling your character to 50 and unlocking your Power Pass. Considering it is such a nice mount, it was surprising that it was so easy to get. So don't forget to check your Adventures Tome to claim it. I absolutely love this mount. The way that it rides, the way that it moves, it just looks really cool. Our next mount we will be looking at is the Borea Courser. You will receive this mount upon completing 40% unlock from the East Lister Adventures Tome. Once again, 40% is absolutely easy to achieve. You'll likely achieve this simply by just playing through the Lister storyline. Considering how easy this one was to get, I really like this mount. It's not very flashy and it doesn't do anything really cool, but it's just a really clean looking armored horse mount. And for our next mount, we will stick to the Adventures Tome for now, because this one you won't want to miss. It is the Apostel. This hoverboard has a lot cleaner of a model than the Twitch drop one. It's not nearly as flashy or cartoony, and has a handmade steampunk junkyard look to it. I absolutely love this mount. Upon completing 50% of your Adventures Tome for A13, you'll receive this mount. Although 50% A13 will take a little more invested time than the previous two, but it is very worth it. Not only for this mount, but also for the Emote Advance, which will come in handy later while working on your rapport and a couple of the events. I do recommend getting this one. It just really feels cool. It has the same sort of movement and look to it as the one from the Twitch drops, but it has a much more realistic appearance, as you can see. While we're on the topic of hoverboards, another really nice one is the Blauer Vogal. This one will take a couple of weeks to get, but the sooner you get started working on it, the sooner you will get it. The way you will want to get started working on this one is to first head to the island facility X301. Once there, complete the quest chain. This is not a difficult quest chain, it's simply just to kill a few mechanized creatures. Once you've done this, you will unlock the Android Emancipation Una's task. Complete this Una daily 15 times, and then that's it. You get the mount from the Reputation Rewards tab from that daily. So although it is not hard to get, it does require 15 days doing this daily. So do not delay and get started on this one right away. And the next mount I will be showing you is a bit different than our usual mounts. This one is the Cloud Steed. This mount cannot be ridden outside of the Azure Island, which is a bit annoying, and you might think then it's useless. However, when you are on the Azure Island doing the quest there, and trust me, there are many, this will come in handy. Unlike the other mounts, it has some very cool attacks. It has a jump attack, it has a Cloud Steed charge where you'll charge into foes, and it has a hawk attack where the Cloud Steed will summon a ferocious hawk to attack your foes. And if you are not visiting the Azure Island doing the quest there at least once a week, you should be. There is a vendor on the island that sells pouches of life shards containing 1,000 shards each, and also engraving pouches, which are sold for the Azure crystals you earn on this island. So this mount will come in very handy to have. You will receive this mount for completing a side quest on the Azure Island called Returning to the Flowers, given to you by Aaron. You will have to do 2 pre-quests from the chain on the island to unlock this quest, but nothing more than 5 minutes. Another really cool island mount you can get with very little effort is the Moss Turtle. To complete this one, you will have to head to Turtle Island, of course. Once there, you have to complete a quest chain that will send you to various locations all over the map. This quest is very easy, however, it does require a lot of travel time, so be sure to have 30 minutes to an hour depending on where your Bifrosts are located to complete it. But once you have finished, you will receive a jeweled coral as a reward. Once you have this jeweled coral, you head to any major city and look for the luxury goods merchant. They will sell you one of the turtle mounts of your choice for this coral. Your choices are azure, green, and yellow variants of the Moss Turtle. As a bonus here also, after you've completed the quest chain, you will unlock an Una's task daily, that if you complete 30 times, you will receive a red variant of this Moss Turtle as a reward. This is a long haul one though. It will take you 30 days to complete, so if this is something you may want, be sure to get started on sooner than later. And our final mount we will look at on this list is the White Scarab mount. You will receive this mount for 1 Ignia token, which you receive for completing any region in your adventure journal. When I first began, I thought this was going to be a major long-term goal, but it really isn't. There are a ton of adventure journal guides online, and I opened one up and headed to Rethramis to start working on that region, as it was the one I was closest on at 46% from leveling my main. From 46% to 100% took me roughly 3 hours running around farming and clicking things and whatever, and I was done. I really like this mount because unlike the other bug mounts, you didn't have to be in a specific area to use it. It works everywhere. It was definitely worth the time if you are like me and just love having as many different mounts as possible. Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention before we move on, because I'm looking at the Adventurer's Journal, is about the virtues. I've had many people ask me about how they can increase their virtues to work on the various rapports without buying skins if they do not have any potions available. Well, there is a very simple way and I will briefly show you. If you look in your Adventurer's Journal, for each territory you will see a list of hidden stories as well as vistas. When you find any of the story items to unlock these hidden stories, you will be awarded with a permanent account-wide virtue point or points. These take almost no fights, unless you need to clear an item, and they are not quests, simply a click item. So if you load up a map with all of these story locations marked on it, you can just travel around the world to every zone available to you and get all of these story items unlocked. And as you can see, they offer a substantial amount each, so it will add up to a huge amount, making those rapport wrecks a non-issue. Sorry for getting off track, but I had so many people asking me about that. Anyways, back to my final item. Our final item we will look at will be the ORCA skin for your boat. This one is so cool, I can't even tell you. Traveling around the ocean riding an orca just feels fantastical, and it's so very easy to get. This skin is purchased from the Amethyst shard vendor for 6,600 Amethyst shards. Now you will be asking, okay, how do I get 6,600 Amethyst shards? Well, they are a currency that is special in the game, awarded for certain achievements, given during events, and from Twitch drops. So I can't really provide you with a guide on how to get them, but I will tell you how I went about getting mine. First, you receive 500 for simply joining a guild. That one is easy. You will get 1,000 for adding 50 friends. This one is also no problem. You will often see people in area chat saying add me for the achievement. You will get 500 for entering any PvP game, and an additional 2,000 for winning any type of PvP game. When you make a new character, you completely play through the prologue, and reach level 50, you will receive 1,000 Amethyst shards just for doing that. And outside of the game, you will also receive them fairly regularly from having an Amazon Prime account linked to your Lost Ark account. So if you have that, it is going to be an ongoing source. In fact, there are 500 available right now to claim. There will also be more sources in the future, so it is always important to keep an eye out for as many ways as possible to get these. As not only do they buy the ORCA skin for your ship, they can also be used to buy subtime and a ton of other fun stuff. Okay guys, that is all I will cover for today. I will make another video like this as I encounter more cool things I think would benefit my community to share. And as always guys, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.